Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Diz Unlimited podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about our first look at an updated lobby coming to Disney's Grand Floridian Resort in Walt Disney World. We've got some dates for the Skyliner closure and lots and lots and lots of details about Disney Cruise Line's newest ship, the Disney Destiny. Lake Destiny. That and much more in today's episode of the Diz Unlimited podcast. And joining me for that, I didn't say my name. I'm Rhino. Joining me for that is Dreams Unlimited travel agent Hannah Anderson.
And I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hannah.
Here comes the hurricane.
Where's your tiny hands? It's too late. You missed the bed. It's all right.
Wait, no, look where I am.
I'm Denise. Or whatever.
Play Kick the Crow. You remember that one? The Halloween special?
No.
Oh, man. All right, never mind. SNL, look it up.
We've got Dreams Unlimited travel agent, the terrific Teresa Eccles.
She frozen.
Trouble. I don't know what.
Trouble.
What other T words could we come up for you?
Terrific.
Yeah, I said terrific, guys. Way to listen. We kind of match.
Tantalizing, no.
You can hear that other creepy voice in there. It's the creepy clam herself, theme park correspondent Chloe Ferreira.
Hey, howdy, hey.
Yeah, see, I worked that in real life.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Debbie Downer.
Guys,
go.
I forgot to do it again. Literally, I have all these fun noises I have for all of you to cue in the show.
Wait, what's mine?
What's mine, Debbie Downer?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
What a tease.
Yeah, but don't worry. I'm working on a little soundboard for everybody here to make it a little bit more. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. Let's jazz it up.
I feel like I'm getting at that age where you're like, aren't funny noises fun? Who wants to play with balloons, kids?
Flute.
Yeah. Where's my?
Or you've got a couple of things over there.
Mm-hmm. We're in for a show today, and on that note, this is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, experts that help you plan the perfect Disney vacation. When you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip, and you help support the channel and all of the content that we produce here. Check them out at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com for a free, no obligation quote today. It is also brought to you by our Patreon supporters, and if you want to learn more about how you can get exclusive content like our Patreon post show that we do, and supposedly immediately following this today, I know there was a little bit of a delay last week, but you'll see if you tune in today, we've got the studio all rearranged and everything like that. Our little relaxation.
And we have things to talk about, right?
We do have things to talk. Well, I don't ever know. It's just a stream of consciousness business.
I've got some stuff to talk about.
I did finish building my cabinet. For those of you who are worried about me building a cabinet.
Oh, that's been weighing on me all week.
Yeah.
6-step building.
Gosh, I hope he has the tools for it.
Unfortunately, Chloe and Teresa were witness to me trying to start building a cabinet in the middle of the after show last week, and it was just like, I kept being like, no, I'm not doing it.
You know what's even worse is when Craig
you don't
Williams.
show up for work?
Well, that
Bum,
too.
nailed it.
I was sick. So Craig let me assemble this entire shelf by myself using an Allen wrench the wrong way, and he watched me do it.
Wasn't it upside down too?
Yeah.
Like,
And then he was like, "Here, just give that to me." After I worked on it for about an hour.
Wow.
So
Well, he wanted to let you
that
put
checks
forth
out.
the effort.
Yeah, exactly. My hands.
Make it look like I
That's
helped.
why I have to use these hands.
These little hands, yeah. These are my tiny hands. So patreon.com/DizUnlimited if you're interested in joining us for that today. We're very excited. We've got our lunch order in, so we'll be like well fed, ready to go. I promise we're not chewing into the microphones or anything like that, but I got a tuna salad on its way. And Mama, I'm excited.
People want to hear that.
I'm excited.
Not sponsored by Ghost Kitchen.
Not sponsored by Ghost Kitchen, but we will accept it.
We will,
if
absolutely.
So we do have a bunch of stuff to talk about. I know this isn't the Disney Cruise Line episode. Everybody calm down. But I'm excited. And there's some bunch of new information that Chloe was able to witness yesterday in a special media event that was held.
Like a crime scene.
Yeah,
I was witness.
She was the little girl from that movie with Harrison Ford.
Oh, I love that movie.
In Amish country.
As a little boy, actually.
It was a little boy,
yes,
sorry.
yeah.
Also, Chloe grew up in Florida, so it's basically Amish country, yeah?
Yeah.
Jupiter, Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
That's
a goofy movie.
No, that's a sound I have pulled out for you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah, it's in a folder on my computer, not on the computer streaming this right now.
I'm flattered.
But I literally had to figure out how to download a Goofy movie and pull sounds out of it to be able to do the.
Who gets
just
to-
for this? It's like a microsecond of a character going, yeah.
It's from a goofy movie. Which song is it? The road trip?
Either out on the
on the open road.
Okay,
And
that's right.
It's the weird couple driving by.
Oh, yeah.
And then
In
she
the
goes,
convertible.
"Yeah."
Yeah, that's right.
That couple, by
Crazy.
the way, the woman who goes, yeah, she's one of the dancers in Eye to Eye. Her and her husband are driving cross country because when Goofy walks in on her getting dressed at the end of the movie,
that's her?
and he does this thing.
right.
That's her because her picture of her husband's on the mirror. And
No
so it's,
way.
And it's him. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah, yeah.
what a find.
She's my favorite
I love
character,
that.
and I didn't even know that. Dang.
Oh, I thought your favorite character would be the Howdy Boys, do you the
Oh, yeah.
the way to Nashville.
No, I'm a Lester's Possum Park kind of gal.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Girl, okay.
The D23 event, if they don't sell that felt pennant for Lester's Possum Park outside of the event,
We'll
we
just
have to
make
go.
it.
Also,
We'll just make it.
we're
Yeah,
just
the-
we're just like pointing at each other.
Yeah. Okay, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Teresa loves the Goofy movie too, though.
I do.
Point at Teresa.
Her son's name is Max.
Max.
She claims
pointing at
not
him.
named after.
No, he wasn't named after that Max.
I don't
but-
believe her, but
No, I love. Yeah, right.
yeah, straight. Get her a little test on her again, and let's find out
What?
her little tell the truth test.
What's the tell the truth test?
Wait, do you have like lie detection?
Yeah, I got those for all of you guys, so I can find out if you were really
actually,
sick last
that
week.
would be fun.
Right? We don't believe
I'm
you're really
congested.
sick.
Yeah.
Don't you
Oh my
hear
gosh.
it?
Teresa wanted me to go to your house and kick the door in.
Right?
Yeah.
I was coming just to see you last week.
I would've
Oh, no
loved
offense,
that.
people.
Well, you know what?
Excuse
Okay,
me.
I had a movie marathon last Tuesday, gearing up for another theme park's opening. So you should come over. We could have had popcorn. You know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So I will plug this just really quick. I love Roosevelt shirts. They're the ones I'm always wearing on this show. T-shirts, button-downs, sweatshirts, whatever. They teased maybe a month or two. Whenever they had the last Goofy movie release of their shirts, which have been amazing, they did a social media tease. They are making the Lester's Possum Pals hat, the upside-down possum. And I don't know when it comes out or anything. I just know it's happening. And I was like, if I do not get my hands on one of those, I will throw a
add a
child
second-
tantrum.
Yeah, add a second to your cart for little
I think
Chloe
you
over
got
here.
3.
Yeah.
4.
Thank
Just
you.
everybody. We're all weird possums, right?
Frontierland, here we come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cultural thing for me from Mississippi.
Yeah. Mississippi. All right, well, let's talk about the Grand Floridian. It's not my favorite Walt Disney World resort, but hey, it's getting a little
Jackie's
makeover, so
favorite.
maybe it's going to pump it up. Is it?
Jackie loves Grand Floridian.
Oh, I did
so
not. I actually
fave.
didn't know that.
I like the Grand. I like the way the rooms are. The refurb on the rooms are
I
nice.
haven't seen the new rooms.
Guys, I didn't ask your opinions. So we are going to talk about what I'm talking about, which is Disney has unveiled a look, and then I'll ask your opinions about this, a look at a brand new, in progress, reimagining of Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa at Walt Disney World. The renovations include a brand new lobby carpet. I had a really terrible joke. I deleted it out of here. A lobby bar inspired by the resort's iconic bird cage, which I am hoping beyond hope they will call it the Bird Cage and just have Robin Williams and Nathan Lane impersonators there at all hours. There's also going to be refreshes to the grand staircase as well as the front desk areas. The surrounding lobby, staircase, and front desk will be refreshed with a mix of botanical accents and inviting colors to create an airy, garden-like atmosphere. Disney says the Imagineers are approaching this refurbishment with great care and focus in maintaining the heart and story of the Grand Floridian while adding fresh new life to the lobby for all to enjoy. As shown in the new rendering, the lobby will feature beautiful new carpeting with Victorian-inspired borders and scrollwork featuring hand-drawn florals inspired by the turn of the century botanical studies.
Wow, it's a lot about a carpet.
Updated furnishings will blend rich finishes and brass accents with cozy, welcoming fabrics, plus a few playful touches inspired by Florida's natural beauty and Victorian decorating trends.
What?
I'm not sure that Florida even existed when they were in the Victorian
Yes, it
decorating area. Oh, she does, but okay.
It did.
Chloe was very adamant about this that fear not, the iconic chandeliers, which are these Victorian cage-style elevator. Fear not, because the iconic. I can't read.
Okay.
The iconic chandeliers, Victorian cage-style elevator, and live piano music will all remain. Work is set to begin later this month and will be ongoing throughout 2025. The tea room will also be updated with more details to be shared at a later date. But devastatingly enough, due to this construction, the annual Grand Floridian gingerbread display will not be happening
Yes,
this
that's so unnecessary.
2020 holiday season.
Oh, God.
For some carpet and a bar that looks like one of the food and wine booths. Just saying.
Okay, hang on.
I'm excited about this. It needs to happen, but like, really, you can't put the gingerbread house out there. I mean, they could roll that structure in.
All right, I've got thoughts.
Go ahead, please.
Whenever we're ready.
Wait,
So
So there's the bar. If you're watching this, we have a look at the bar, which does. I mean, it's giving me a little bit more tiki pool bar
It's giving me a pagoda.
than like the birdcage. And then here's a little comparison. Sorry, I was like trying to show both, like what it looks like then versus what it looks like now. I mean, honestly, this is a lot to say. They're just getting a new carpet and a bar.
Yes, correct.
right.
Go ahead, Chloe. What you got?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
What do you got?
I'm
Tell us,
glad
break
that
it
there's
down.
not
What do you
a
have?
whole lot of changes coming because I think it was Bob Chapek a while ago that said, "Oh, we're redoing the lobby to match," because he's the one that opened Enchanted Rose, whatever. It stinks that we no longer have the Grand Floridian Society Orchestra.
I knew you were gonna
They're
say
now
that.
located in Palm Beach. Yeah, it's sad. Like,
is sad.
and now we're getting another bar when we already have a bar upstairs. The other thing is, I feel like there's enough room, but people online are talking about how they think this is the end of the huge Christmas tree and the gingerbread cottage, because they're like, how can they fit the piano, the huge bar that's coming, and the tree and the
Does the bar look
cottage?
that big? Like, so let me count in
I
the
don't know.
rendering
I feel
of
like
this
it
art.
can still fit.
There's
It's
8
four.
chairs.
Yeah, four on one side, four on another.
four, and
I'm
four,
guessing
maybe
another
to
4
12.
there. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, and if you are watching this, if you're listening to this, the space is basically, it looks like to me, the area that, like, typical bar, you'd have a couple shelves with all the different liquors on it, but it's not. It looks like, you know what it looks like? About the size of the bar from Tambu Lounge at the Polynesian Resort. I would say that's a similar size. It looks like
Okay.
to me.
Do we think it would have looked better if it was white and not?
No.
I think
No,
that's
I
why
don't.
I think it's giving me the tiki vibe, because
Right.
it's that wicker sort of color.
Yeah,
Well,
I like the
Wicker's very
fauna.
Victorian, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
To me, I think, I'm going to show my age here. Okay.
When I was a young girl in
When I was a young
1860,
girl, I'm going to go back to my favorite Disney movie.
Lincoln was president.
My absolute favorite Disney movie. None of you know.
Pollyanna.
Shut up.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Happiest
See, I
Millionaire.
know
I was
you.
going to say Happiest Millionaire.
People
Okay,
are always like,
so
oh, they don't like each other. And I was like, I know her.
Okay, so if you've ever seen the movie, Pollyanna's aunt has this atrium room to me that looks like it belongs at the Grand Floridian. Lots of palms,
You're
lots
right.
of wicker, it's very airy. And I don't know why they don't, nobody knows Pollyanna, but
I know Pollyanna.
yeah, but it's from a bygone era.
It's from that era.
oh wait, this is Victorian. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, there you go.
It's from that era, though, where, like, Swiss Family Robinson.
Right.
And I grew up watching that movie all the time. Talk about bad
Yeah.
representation of some
But
different types of people. But,
Right.
like, it still is one of those movies where it was, like, that sort of adventure
That would fit
film
in
era.
here to me, and I think I'm
that's
looking
true.
forward to the changes. But not too many. I don't want it
Well,
all changed.
what were you saying, Chloe? Are you looking forward to it or not?
I can't wait to see what plays out. I am concerned for holiday decorations, because this might be a way for them to quietly get rid of something, because they had 25 years of the gingerbread display, and now it's like, would they have
it's just
room
this
for
one
it?
year, right? They're saying
They said that it's just the 2025 season, but it's still a little sketchy for me.
I
don't
could
know.
see if they rearrange the lobby, like when you first
They
walk
took
in.
out furniture for sure.
Yeah, and there's that section to the left that like has a piano over there that's like not really used, and then they have that like big entryway with like the floral display. Like I wonder if you push some of it forward.
turn
if
the,
you would have room.
the bar into the gingerbread house.
That
gingerbread
Maybe.
bar.
build
yeah.
the build the
bar.
gingerbread house around the bar.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Gingerbread
all right.
bar.
Hey,
I'll be
there.
now we're talking.
I
With
read that
ginger flavored beverages.
when
we
I
like
was a
those.
kid, it was all about Hansel and Gretel. Like, because I grew up in the woods, and now I'm like, yeah, as an adult, the witch would still
Did you have
lure
a
me
witch?
away with the cocktails. Like, she don't need to put
I
don't put those
gotcha.
cookies in the dirt. Give me the
Sure,
cocktail in my hand, baby. I'll come in willing.
Yeah.
True.
It's interesting. I do actually. I think after our experiences, I know this is crazy, and they're not the same at all. So just bear with me. I do feel like after experiencing Universal Stella Nova and Universal Terra Luna Resort, which are their prime value resorts at the Universal Orlando Resort,
People are gonna rage.
they have a lobby bar, and I feel like it's a nice bar. It's nice drinks. It's nice whatever. And here is this thing I hate. I don't love. I shouldn't say hate. I don't love. I have not had consistent experiences with the Enchanted Rose.
Same.
And I don't like how it's like involves a reservation or a process and stuff. And I do, as somebody, if all of a sudden today the bus hits me and I get loaded with money and I'm staying in hotels like this,
I'm not picking.
for
the
me
brand.
personally, I want a bar. I like a lobby bar. I like a hangout.
Well, it's a
and
gathering.
soak in the
It's
vibe.
a gathering.
Yeah,
We'll meet
exactly.
you down at the bar. We'll meet
Yeah.
you down at the.
Hey, I'm in town. Do you want to come meet me for a drink at the bar? You're
Right.
Like, yeah, come on down.
Right.
Like, and I do feel like Grand Floridian is missing that a little bit in
Yeah.
the
design.
casualness.
Yeah.
Well,
Do I like the
also-
design of this? I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
I'll have to wait and see a little bit more, but yeah.
They could serve like it doesn't even have to be all like bar drinks. Like I always think during the holidays, like why is there not a specialty hot chocolate or like things
Right.
like that? Like there's this hotel in Asheville, North Carolina called the Grove Park, and they have the National Gingerbread Competition. But part of it is they set up like a little kind of like a food and wine type thing, but they sell all these like specialty hot chocolates and they come in like a souvenir mug. They charge an arm and a leg for them. People buy them. It's great. It adds to the ambiance and it makes you want to spend time there and spend money. So
Right.
I've always thought that with like the holidays and Easter, I'm like, I wish there was somewhere to get
Well, how many
so you could
times?
sip and enjoy.
Right. How many times during the last holiday season did I try to head over to the Grand to get my gingerbread house popcorn bucket that you could get there?
Oh, yeah.
Because it
Oh, I
wasn't
would've got
available
it for
in the
you.
park. Huh?
I didn't know you wanted that. I would have got
Well, I
that
have
for you.
two of them now.
Oh,
Thank
okay,
you.
good. Yeah.
No help from you, but you know.
Well, yeah, that's why. That's the thing is like Hannah and I, when we did her like holiday special video that we had done, it started out as like, okay, she had planned, she wanted to do where did we go? Grand Floridian Cafe? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, we did.
But they had a really good drink, and I was like, I kind of wish I'd just be able to sit and have this drink again. And
Is
there
it
was no
gingerbread
way to really
martini?
do that. Yeah, it was
Oh.
excellent. You would have loved it. I know you're not a big drinker, but I think you would have.
No, but I
really
like things
enjoyed
like
this.
that.
And I know Chloe would have loved it, but she would have been like under the table,
Give me 6
asleep
more.
after one of them. Oh, 100%. You know the face you do. Hold on, ready?
What's that?
That's the face I do.
That's Chloe when she sips a strong drink.
Went straight to my head.
She does it. You know, she does the sip and she goes.
Ooh, what's the sound effect for that?
It's like watching a baby suck on a
lemon?
lemon for the first time. Like you're like,
So Steve brings up another point that I had in my other article talking about the cancellation of the gingerbread display, because a lot of people are also talking about how the Grand's lobby is very elegant,
yeah.
if you will, peaceful, and adding a bar in the middle of that all might make it a little too hectic.
Yeah, it'll create a lot of commotion.
Yeah. So
because
that's
even
something else to
then
consider.
you're inviting people to come and like have conversation in there, and it's usually a little bit quieter. I actually think it'll be counterproductive. The piano is the thing, and that's why I'm like, but
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
hoping it sets the tone and it's enough to just keep it a chill bar, but we'll see, I guess.
yeah, only time will tell. We have a lot more to talk about, though. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. Jeez, why did I say unfortunately? Unfortunately, we have to have this stupid discussion, but only time will tell. Next, we're going to be talking about the little coffins in the sky, because as part of an ongoing effort to maintain and enhance the guest experience at Walt Disney World, the Disney Skyliner will be temporarily closed for refurbishment from January 25th. Get this. Through January 31st, 2026. I know, it's only
Bum, bum,
it's
bum.
not that long, yeah. Which sounds like a made-up year, though. Does anyone else feel like that?
Yeah.
When I say 2026 to you, you're like, You're crazy.
It's the future.
Yeah, I know. You're like, the flying cars have to worry about it, not us.
Honestly, I'd like
we'll
hope
be
to
dead
not
by
be there.
then.
Yeah.
Routine maintenance helps ensure the Coffins in the Sky system remains safe, efficient, and reliable. During the closure, complimentary bus transportation will be available to make sure guests can travel easily between other resorts that are accessible by the Skyliner and theme parks, which they currently already offer. So the fact that they
Right. I'm like,
included
what's
that
the-
seems a little like, we'll offer you
Give me a
buses.
minivan to take you.
Yeah,
A complimentary minivan.
Give me a voucher. Let me use it one
Or
time during the
discount
trip.
those hotel rooms way down. Because that's perk standard.
Okay, not to have this conversation right here in the middle of the show, but I do feel like that a lot with like Disney. It'll be like, oh, you're here for this thing for whatever, and there's never that sort of, well, this part is missing, so we should equally compensate you. I feel like it's always a fight, and I'm like, you guys are advertising a thing like this, and it's not. I don't know that after you've lived here for a while, you start to see
You
it
start
more.
to
and
Well, this
more.
is down for what, 1 week? You said
It's 6
Yeah.
days.
6 days. It's
6
fine.
days.
And
Yeah.
it typically happens. It's still
Well,
like
we
annual
want
refurbishment.
safety.
And
We need safety.
Yeah,
Yes,
and they're letting
please.
people know.
I get it.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
don't
well
wanna-
in advance. So don't you can move your reservation somewhere else if you were
I don't
counting
want
on
to
the
plummet to the
Skyliner.
earth because
I
they
don't-
didn't fix it.
Well, I don't want to be pooping in bags.
Yes,
What?
also
Don't
that.
you remember that?
The
that
emergency
happened?
kit? Oh,
The
yes.
emergency kit that night. It got stuck for like 3 hours. See, I would never. I don't do that in public. So I would, but like I can imagine me getting on that and having just come from like Hollywood Studios and being like, well, I had a baseline tap house bevy, and now that bevy's got to go somewhere, and you're like, is it just raining down all of a sudden in this one strip
Oh,
in
dear.
Florida? I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from that. I know
Please.
this is
That's
going to be
very
a
personal.
really good transition. Boom.
Yum.
A new signature, it's pronounced yummy yummy. A new signature dining experience is on its way to the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin. More specifically, the Dolphin. Oh no! Guys, I know this is terrible and didn't age well, but I literally downloaded and cut out a piece from Ace Ventura
have
to
it
make
in
a
there?
joke about dolphins during
Oh
this.
no!
Why do you care about the dolphin? You have a good dolphin? Does he call you at home? And I'm up there and I'm like, I'm not going to do the whole thing. But anyway, I
Wow,
watched it
that
last
was
night
good,
and I was
Chloe.
laughing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was good. Well, she was born in Florida. Who knows what the dolphins did to her?
First language. Dolphin.
All right, so a new signature dining experience is coming to the Dolphin. The resort announced, they just announced that bourbon steak, sounds right up my alley. Well, the bourbon part at least. By Chef Michael Mina will replace Shula's Steakhouse this summer. I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. It's Mina. I assume it's
I think it's Michael
Mina.
Mina.
Mina? Mina Lima? Yeah, Mina. Bourbon steak celebrates the details that make meals memorable, from perfect sears and tableside old fashions, to shared sides and milestone moments. Chef Michael Mina brings his fresh perspective to familiar favorites, balancing the joy of classics with the thrill of the unexpected. With unique flavors, inventive cocktails, and local inspiration, bourbon steak brings new delight to time-honored rituals. This will be the 10th bourbon steak location and the third in the state of Florida. I don't know where the other ones are. To make way for the elevated steakhouse eatery, the last day of operation for Shula's Steakhouse at the Dolphin will be June 14th, and then bourbon steak is set to open midsummer 2025.
The next day.
And then in my notes, I did write, now when I think of a dolphin, all I can think about is this bit from Ace Ventura. Cut to the clip.
Play clip.
What a funny clip that was. Teresa looked at our monitor.
I did.
Like
I
I,
thought
was going
maybe
to
he
play
did
it.
put it.
I mean, I
I really
haven't.
thought you were.
I was
yeah.
trusting. I guess I shouldn't trust you.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
God, no.
man.
I would
I
never
was
trust me.
trusting.
I don't trust myself. How are you going to trust me? I just want to prove that I did have it, though. Okay. Anyway, okay, stupid. Anyway,
I enjoyed it.
I'm excited. I thought, I for some reason in my head, I thought maybe this was the same, like, what's the one that's coming to downtown Disney at Disneyland Resort?
Portos.
No, honey, it's not the
What
Cuban bakery. It's the
Oh, that's. Oh,
there's
my
a
excuse
steak-
me.
There's a steak and like liquor place. It's called like Drinkin' Steak or like Bourbon and Steak or something like that. Yeah,
Oh.
and I thought it was the same thing. That's why I was like, oh,
Drinkin'
that's cool.
Steak.
Drinkin' Steak.
Yeah, why did I say Portos? Never mind.
Steak it.
I'm still waiting for Portos. I'm sorry.
Girl, I am too.
Is that coming?
They
To downtown
claim it
Disney.
still is.
Yeah.
Anaheim, yeah.
They've at D23.
Oh, in Anaheim, not
what was
here.
the last
Arthur
D23?
and Son
20
Steak and Bourbon. Is
That's
what's
what
coming
Steak and
to
Bourbon. Wait,
2024.
so that one's called Steak and
More
Bourbon.
bourbon.
This one is called bourbon steak.
Oh, someone's copying somebody
Girl,
here.
the SEO search right now, you're going to come up with both restaurants. Anyway,
Right.
okay. I appreciate it to...
Hey, the chef, though, has multiple Michelin stars and James Beard Awards.
he does. I cut that part out, but thank you for reading that.
Yes.
It wasn't
He's a
because I was
resume.
embarrassed. I was just trying to make it quick, but that's not happening.
Nope. Not with this group.
Yeah, not with us.
Good
Not
luck.
with us. Well, hey, speaking of animals...
What about him?
Well, because the dolphin, that was my segue. Speaking of animals, see, I write this out ahead of time, despite what everybody believes. Did you see that there's some new baby otters at Animal Kingdom?
Oh, I'm very excited.
I'm looking
for this.
again. Do you have pictures?
Look at this little baby.
But say their names. Say their names right
Okay,
now.
so
Say my
okay,
name,
here we
say
go.
my
Ready?
name.
Dr. Mark Penning announced that butternut, biscuit, and potato, the newest baby Asian small-clawed otters, have just debuted in Animal Kingdom. They are the smallest otter species and were born back in December. They still depend on their parents, Kevin and May, so I don't know where their insane names came from, to teach them how to swim and be an otter. However, guests who visit Otter Grotto, it's a club I go to some Saturday nights, can now see them swimming and exploring. Thanks
my
to the park's
gosh.
conservation and breeding programs, guests often have the chance to see adorable new additions from baby elephants and giraffes to gorillas, zebras, and more. Or zebras, is the British
Otters
would
are
say.
cute, but they're mean.
They are.
Have we seen the? I don't think we talked about Baby Tucker, the baby giraffe that just joined Kilimanjaro Safaris last week.
I must have tucked that one away.
I think you did. There's so many new babies at Animal Kingdom.
I know
It
there
is
are a lot of baby
springtime.
animals. Yeah,
Springtime.
wasn't Ranger there? Is he gone? The baby rhino. His name was Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either. So I'm just like,
Yeah. Maybe he's grown now.
And then Baby Boxo has been so popular. The baby tiger.
oh yeah, the tiger.
The
yeah,
line for him is crazy long in the morning to see
A
him.
cat.
yeah. Oh, Teresa, he's a cute too. There was a
Is
whole
he?
video they released.
is.
Yeah, if you want to check out a little
Big
preview of
fluffy
him on
paws.
our other YouTube channel on youtube.com/wwinfo. There's a video of him playing around. I haven't seen him in person yet, but he's cute.
Me either.
I have seen otters at the club and at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and they are so cute. Here's the thing, though. I associate otters with muskrats. Do you guys know what those are?
Muskrat.
Yeah.
Love. I know the
Yeah, that's
song.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Oh, is there a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my
Muskrat,
grandparents
muskrat.
complain about nothing more than muskrats because they're literally like where my grandparents live. There's like a tiny little fishing pond, but then around them they live on like a lake, and they're basically destroying the walkway between. So it's going to become one body of water, and they're like that.
Otters have been in our yard
those
looking
I was
for
gonna say, we
water.
have otters in our
We have
yard.
otters. And
Really?
don't go outside.
Yeah.
Kelvin's like, don't go
Love
outside.
it.
They'll run at you. I'm like, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
No, so we had
They're so
one
cute.
that was like injured. It was a baby in the road, and
Aw.
Bentley went out there to try and like save it, get it to the tree line.
took out a switchblade.
Well, it was like then I was concerned. I'm like, oh my gosh, because he's like trying to pick up this otter. And
Oh,
I'm like,
no,
what if
no.
Right. So, anyways, the otter fled, but he, I guess,
Fled
like,
the scene of the crime.
but they, I don't know what you call it, but like a skunk, they release.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And
There's
yeah, that was
Odor.
bad.
Odorous otter.
That was bad. So we neither saved the otter, and then I had to burn all of his clothes. Yeah, so don't do it. Just let him go.
Just
They'll
let 'em
figure it
go.
out.
Just leave them
Let
there
nature,
to die.
nature.
Let
Yeah.
nature.
Well, on that note,
Yeah. Segue.
let's go over to Disneyland, I guess, now. Leave the otters in our past. In a recent update to its ongoing 70th anniversary celebration guide out at Disneyland, there is going to be some new interactive experiences with enhanced photo ops and a guided tour set to launch when the festivities officially kick off on May 16th, 2025. Booking will open April 24th for a Story Celebration 70th Anniversary Guided Tour. It's a 2-hour add-on experience exploring Disneyland Park's heritage. Each night at Disney California Adventure Park, guests can vote for which emotion... That's on the right side of the screen if you're watching. From Pixar's Inside Out 2, sadness, anger, disgust, or envy will appear in select scenes of both showings of the nighttime spectacular World of Color Happiness. Eligible guests can vote in the Disneyland app before the first performance begins. I think they used to do something like this with like color or something like that, being like you could change the color of the wheel if you like hit the app or
Yeah.
something. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Chloe and I met at World of Color. It was the first time we ever met each other.
Wow.
Yeah, she came over and
Sounds
was like,
romantic.
"No, I lied.
No, it was
I
a
met
Star
you at
Wars
Star
event.
Wars event, but
Yeah.
you were
That was
the
the first
next
time
time I
at
saw you.
Disneyland.
Disneyland,
Yeah.
Interesting.
we have
you're
pictures
cute.
of it and everything.
Wow.
We look
Yeah.
like little babies now.
I know.
I
I don't
had
like
pink
to look
hair.
back. I'm very thin.
Wow.
You had pink hair?
I had pink hair.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Is that your
gotta see
natural
this now.
color?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a natural. pink.
She's a
Natural pink.
Are you a natural pink?
That's what I heard.
Wow, we learn something every day.
I love sadness, though. Don't you love sadness?
do.
Oh, who doesn't?
My
I,
girl.
I feel yeah,
Those
good
clips of her
segue.
dancing.
Jesus. I just love being sad,
love
don't you
sadness.
guys?
Don't you
yeah.
love
I do, though.
sadness?
I thrive on it.
I have
Okay,
been
Phyllis.
I have been rewatching The
Phyllis.
Office. On
Sadness
Peacock.
just gets me through the day.
Well, on Peacock, they have the extended cuts
I've started watching
of
that.
The
It's
Office,
great.
and like all these other characters, the peripheral characters had way longer storylines that got chopped out of these episodes. Like Creed is crazy way earlier on, but Phyllis has a lot of story that got cut out sometimes. And her, Bob Vance. Bob Vance Refrigeration.
What line of business are you in, Bob?
Yeah.
I
Chloe
feel like
loves an
I've
Office
never
joke,
watched
too.
The
Oh,
Office.
I
I think
love
I need to watch it.
What? You've never watched
okay,
it?
Calm down. I've seen episodes here and there, but I've never.
And you didn't fall in love.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
we can fix that.
Okay, well,
Yeah. A little bit.
also, Disney PhotoPass will
Sad.
introduce new photo enhancements with the anniversary fair throughout the celebration, such as themed magic shots and Disney photo lenses. And your Magic Band Plus is going to unlock unique effects at 5 interaction points in the original lands of Disneyland Park, inspired by some of the park's opening day attractions. I'm on you.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi.
Sorry. You were looking down.
I just have a random little rant.
About The Office?
No,
Oh.
no.
About me?
This photo
your pink
pass
hair?
preview. No, the photo pass preview that was just on the screen.
Yeah, you want me to put it back up?
with the
Here we
little
go.
Mickey and Minnie and the 2 ladies in front of the castle. I'm sorry, I can't be the only person that thinks this is a little sad. Like, I feel like for the 70th, they could have done like
Yeah.
Disneyland's great with characters usually. They
Could've been
could have
French
brought the
kissing you.
actual Mickey and Minnie out to do castle shots. You know,
yeah.
I feel
Oh, I
like the
see,
photo
yeah.
pass is a little cheap, and
Yeah.
I think it's a sad excuse for a
I hope they have
celebration
photo
offering.
ops like they did for the 60s.
Yeah,
that
like
would
actual,
be cool.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like the step-in photo stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
those
would
are
be cool.
fun.
Do you remember like at the Matterhorn, you'd be able to
Yes.
do the one where you're like
Climb the
climbing the
Matterhorn.
mountain. So it was like it would have directions. It was like turn the phone
yeah,
sideways. Yeah.
that's fun.
Stuff like that. That was
Yeah,
cute. I don't know. I
I get
mean,
that.
time will tell. It could just be. This could just be like a little extra thing.
Yeah. I don't mean to poo-poo on it. It just when you had that thing up there, I was like, that's
It's sad.
character.
It's not
addition.
great, yeah.
No, because I know we'll see the characters in the parade and they'll be out near Main Street and stuff. But I was like, when's the last time they ever had a character right by the castle for a photo op? That'd be so cool to line
Yeah.
up for.
I
That
think
would be
like the
good.
Pearly Band is the only thing that kind of tiptoes into that area.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting that you bring that up. No real characters ever are in front of the
But,
castle.
yeah.
I don't know if they're worried it would just cause like chaos or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
while we're
there
talking
you
about
go.
how gay Disneyland is, hold for applause. I just
Ooh.
want everyone to know that my favorite Disney After Dark event is returning this year. Hold on. Which I do feel like, look at Mickey and Minnie's outfits here.
I know, they're
And then,
better.
and then look at these ones.
Yeah.
Tell me those aren't the same gay outfits.
Well, also it just looks awkward because, like, okay, looks great, but this also looks awkward to me because you're used to being, the mice a little bit taller next to you, and these are just.
But
they're
also, like, Minnie
small little
Right.
looks
mice
like
next to
somebody
you.
where you're like, hey, lady, get out of my photo. Like these two people where they're like, oh, we'll crash their photo.
No, they look
No, thanks.
fantastic here. Look at
yeah,
Clarabelle.
I love Clarabelle.
Yeah, she's
is
Clarabelle.
the
Rocking
icon.
it.
She is the moment. She is what we deserve. Disneyland After Dark Pride Night will be held on June 16th and June 18th, 2025, and the tickets for this popular event are going to go on sale this week. April 17th, 2025. No earlier than 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is noon for those of us on the East Coast, and tickets are priced at $169 per person, ages 3 and up this year. Magic key holders, which are annual pass holders, are eligible for a special pre-sale opportunity that starts on Wednesday. This guy right here,
Oh, yeah.
he's going to be there
Both
on my
dates?
computer. Oh, I'm going both dates, baby.
I thought
Yeah,
so.
I had
Good
that
for you.
conversation with my traveling friend CJ last night, and I was like, "Are we doing both this year? Because it's probably the last year." It's always sold out. I'm just saying. The sad reality of life is that I don't know that they're going to do it again. But If you are a Magic key holder, April 16th, I believe the details are the same, no earlier than 9 a.m. But highlights of the Disneyland After Dark Pride event include a dazzling fireworks show inspired by Walt Disney's declaration to all who come to this happy place, welcome. Happy code.
Like that.
Welcome Pride Cavalcade featuring Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and friends. It should say featuring the one and only Clarabelle the cow, because she
and friends
dominates this this cavalcade. There's 2 dance parties and country line dancing. I was not witness to this before. Not at my Pride night. No. And then there's going to be fun photo opportunities inspired by Disney characters and films. I did get my picture with Clarabelle last year, and I should have included that here. But what it is, I will say, in my experience, this is the best After Dark event I've ever experienced. I do it for personal reasons, obviously, and so I don't really have any content. There isn't content on the Diz site. They've never sent me specifically necessarily, but this event takes place on 2 dates mentioned above, from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. and your ticket includes admission to Disneyland Park as early as 6 p.m. so that's 3 hours before the party begins, but it's on the valid date of your ticket. Guests with tickets to this event do not need to make a theme park reservation to enter Disneyland Park at 6 p.m. or later. It is a lot of fun, though. I will tell you, the vibe when you go into Disneyland is it's sort of a very infectious thing, because unlike maybe a Star Wars night or 90s night, it's kind of very much like the celebration of love, and you're when in your life, at least for me personally, this is what I've said to I've met people who watch and listen to the show there, and they're allies or whatever, and it was a thing where it was basically it's just you are in this park that is full because it's it's sold out, and you just know that every single person in that park is we love you and we support you and you're whatever, and I was that's not a thing that comes with the other After Dark nights necessarily. You know what I mean? And it's also in my life, I'm never able to experience that anywhere. And you're just what a special thing that that when the gates are closed, you're in this safe environment, in a place you love, because we love Disneyland. And just with people that are just it's the celebration of you, and it's just such it feeds your soul in such a beautiful way.
Celebrate you.
Have you ever done?
And the fireworks are to a Greatest Showman song.
Are they really?
The finale part is to This Is Me, and it gives me goosebumps every time. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Carl L.R. Stein, because I got some goosebumps.
Have you heard about the Pride event at Disneyland Paris?
Yeah, but there's this official daytime stuff, isn't it?
It's huge over there.
Yeah.
You should try doing that maybe next year or something.
I know. I've never been to an international park, and I would love to go. So on that topic and that time, before we move over to Disney Cruise Line, I just want to take a moment and ask everybody who is watching right now to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help us with the algorithm and YouTube recommending our podcast and video to other folks, and so we can help them plan sort of that amazing Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line.
Wow, if this was the day to cue up the
I have
I know.
sound.
It's okay.
Walk right in that.
You get a lot more mouth noises where you heard that from.
It adds character. It adds character.
That's what you're thumbs upping, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chloe, like I said, the big story of the week is the Disney Destiny. And we got some first looks. We learned about a bunch of new information. Chloe was there firsthand. So we're going to be talking about all those details. And I think we're going to start with some Grand Hall concept, maybe.
Okay.
You want to start there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Disney Destiny is full of...
There you go.
See, that's why it's your phrase.
Dang it, man. So the Disney Destiny is full of first, a lot of things.
First love.
A lot of Marvel and superhero themed things. So we're just going to jump right into it, but you're going to see a lot of Marvel details, all right?
How marvelous.
The Grand Hall of the Disney Destiny will be its most striking and prominent gathering space, a living theater where heroes and villains from across the Disney universe take center stage and interact with guests in thrilling ways. Here's a new look at the Grand Hall featuring some of our favorites.
Chloe, sorry to interrupt you. I just want to reiterate for those who don't know, just because I just realized it. The Disney Destiny is a Wish class ship.
Yes.
Similar to which is right now the Treasure, and
The
which
Wish.
is we love the Treasure and the Wish. So same stylish ship, same layout, right? And then
All different venues except a few crossovers.
Same size.
It also set sail November
20th is the maiden voyage. It'll
Okay.
be 4 and 5 night itineraries out of Fort
Oh.
Lauderdale, going to Nassau, Bahamas, Lookout Key, and Castaway Key, sometimes both
Oh,
I like
in an
that.
itinerary.
dang! That actually sounds. I've never sailed out of Fort Lauderdale before, so I'm looking forward
It's
to
pretty,
it's
it's pretty
good.
nice.
that.
Yeah.
I know you did. I want us to do the Bright Line someday. Hey?
Yes.
Should we all go up on the Bright Line?
Yeah.
First
Well,
class,
maybe.
everybody?
I mean, if we're going on the Destiny, I'm sure we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Take a
Yeah.
train.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Take it
No,
over.
it's okay.
Tell us about that Grand Hall.
Yes, with 360-degree lighting effects that fill the room with life and color, the Grand Hall of the Disney Destiny will react to the presence of some of the most legendary villains, rogues, and mischief makers of Disney and Marvel lore. One such transformation, as you can see in the concept art, will take place with the arrival of Loki, the fan favorite character from Marvel Studios films and the Loki television series, who will create chaos throughout the voyage with grand proclamations, questionable storytelling, surprise competitions, and
Ooh.
more. And then we all know that
Hey,
we have.
hey,
Oh, yes.
is his brother going to be there?
I mean, he's a hero.
I saw him on the fantasy.
I'd like to try and lift that hammer.
I feel like this is
wink, wink.
that wink.
I'd
I
like
felt
to
that
see
wink from
that
here.
Stormbreaker.
I feel like this whole ship is like Marvel Day at Sea come to life. Like the whole ship is going to come to life every day with Marvel characters walking around.
That's cool.
And I
That is
really
very
hope
cool.
that Star Wars characters.
Well, I was
come
just
in the
gonna ask
future
you, 'cause you
there's
were-
no Star Wars.
You were saying in the way you in the wording you used there, it said the rogue thing, and I feel like our favorite rogue is Han Solo. Like,
Yeah.
and immediately
Villain,
made me
Darth
think
Vader.
of that.
Rogue One.
Yeah, like come on, the Rogue One. Yeah, like come on, give us.
I think one of these new cruise ships coming down the pipeline has to be Star Wars theme.
Oh, I hope so.
Like
Yeah.
they don't have any Star Wars on this Heroes and Villain ship. They have the Hyperspace Lounge on the Wish. And they know that Star Wars is popular. So
Well,
I
and
just feel like they can't
they have
get
Star
it
Wars
right,
Day at
though.
Sea.
I'm like,
Well, Chloe, I mean, I was with her, and she posted the picture on her on your personal page, but I think you talked about it in maybe an article or something.
What?
You met C-3PO, and
Yes.
you were like losing your
Oh,
mind. But also,
yeah.
like C-3PO, we met him on the Disney Fantasy, and you were like, what? Like,
Yeah.
of all the characters
randomly
to meet here, yeah,
because it's like a leftover costume from when they did Star Wars Day at Sea, and they'll do like character appearances in the kids Star Wars Cargo Bay Club, but like this was an open meet and greet for anybody to come meet him at 9 o'clock in the morning. I got my butt out of bed really early just to meet C-3PO.
I know.
was great.
I was like,
good for you.
what?
I was like, wake up, we're going to meet the droid.
What I do think is really cool about like Loki and the way the Grand Hall's pictured here is that I feel like you already just said it a couple sentences ago about a lot of times when you go on like the Treasure or this thing, they have at least on the Treasure and the Wish, they have the really, really cool kids areas, and there's a really cool Marvel area down there. And I was like, but it's like for the kids, and I was like,
You met Black Panther that one time.
yeah,
remember?
and Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Walter J.
Well,
Spider-Man.
you'll get to do that more on the Disney Destiny because they're all over.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear that Teresa's excited about it too, because sometimes
Loki, I'm on board with Loki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's
wow.
low key on board with
and-
Loki.
That was good. You go. Yeah, give him that wink.
You're just
That's good.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I find that sometimes you like to be a little bit of a traditionalist.
I do.
And that's why it's really interesting to hear you, especially I know that you've been on way more cruises than I have. Hearing that,
the classic ships, the decor screams cruising to me.
Right.
So this is a little bit out of the norm, which I can appreciate because I like the characters, and I realize they're stepping out. You don't want every ship to be the same. You don't want to be, and there's expanding, so there are options for everybody. And I think the fact that this is not in Port Canaveral, I think, is very interesting too.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing because Fort
Yeah.
Lauderdale is so easy to sail in and out of. I feel like I don't book enough clients.
I
out of
don't
Fort
either. I really,
Lauderdale,
yeah.
I mean, the prices are usually a little bit better because of this demand-based pricing, and a lot of people think Port Canaveral because they think Disney World vacation. But also, I'm very excited because I'm learning. So my kid's 3 now, and superheroes are big. Marvel is big. Boys, girls, whoever. Like kids love Spider-Man. They love Spidey. They love all these characters. They love the Lion King, and so I think it has this universal appeal. And then I also like the counterpart of The Wish, which is more fairy tale classic story. So
Right.
I feel like this class of ship kind of hits a little something of everything for everybody.
Well, the millennial safe haven of the treasure is what, like,
Yeah.
that's my sweet. So I'm,
And there's millennial notes on this ship too that
Oh,
we'll
yeah?
talk about too.
well,
I feel like
yeah. Is that all you had to say about the Grand Hall?
so far, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I do want to say this is the second time where they've released more concept art, and we still don't know what the chandelier
I was
fully
going to
looks
ask that.
like.
Yeah.
What the heck is this chandelier?
Chloe and I were talking about this before everybody else got here too, because I was like, "Oh, doesn't that look different than the concept art that was originally released with the Black Panther and
I feel like that
It
first
does. I
really
think it
vague.
does. I remember.
my God, I cannot remember the name of the panther.
To-
Oh my God, he's
T'Challa?
Boss.
What's his name?
He says that in the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
In the first one, they talk about it. Boss. It's the thing that gives them the power.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But that I just was like, oh, because originally the first concept art, I feel like a lot of people kind of complained that it was a little
Plain.
plain, like a little like rigid sort of. But I was like, well, it's supposed to be influenced by Wakanda, and then we
Wakanda's
see
not plain.
this one
Or
that's
stark.
that's like, it looks way more similar to the, like, this is the first time I've seen concept art where the, like, look at the balconies in this photo, and if you're listening to this, they're very rounded. The areas, which I do appreciate as somebody who's been on a couple of the cruises, because there's shows and things like that you like to see here. But it's like in the original concept art, I feel like it was a very square. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it was the other side of the Grand Hall in the original concept art, though.
And you can
didn't see the
almost
stage.
catch that chandelier there. But do you think
You
that's,
almost catch it in the first one too.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. It has to be done at this point, right? Like they have to know what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
April,
Well, there has to be concept art for it, right?
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's a
Well,
bigger element that we're.
There was another thing that you guys, I don't know if you got to see it in person, because I am excited to talk about this right now, but we also did get a first look at a bunch of artwork and statues for
Yeah,
the
we
Disney
did.
Treasure. Okay, because I know that they're finishing it, right? They're first of all, this one's for Teresa.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you guys
cute.
did you get a little bit more like
We
info,
didn't see
detail?
these, but I do have info here noted. Thanks to Jackie. Jackie wrote up all of our articles yesterday while I was at the event. So
Go,
shout out to
Jackie.
Jackie. Thank you so much. I'll just read the bits that we have on that.
Yeah,
So
please.
we have our first look at stateroom artwork, a closer look at the statues that will be displayed in the Grand Hall and on the stern of the ship, and 2 incredible statues destined for Edna Alamo suites.
Hold on.
Oh.
Incredible.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah. The ship's all new confectionery shop inspired by The Incredibles. So those are the statues.
Well, listen, this one, Disney. If you follow like Disney Imagineering or Disney Parks blog or any Disney Parks, they released this look at like in real time while you guys were all there. While everybody was there experiencing this, they were talking about like how they make the statue for the Grand Hall, and this Black Panther one looks insane. Because there was a part of me where I'm like, yeah, it's a statue, whatever, you know what I mean? But like there's a reel on, I think it's the Disney Imagineering page, but it's like showing them doing this statue, and when they do the panther, it's like the eyeball. It's like they like do this thing with a torch, but when they do it, I'm like, oh my God, that looks like a real eyeball. Like, so
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this in person.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Plus, Black Panther obviously is like one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Y'all, I just
Yeah.
want to touch him so bad.
They had a
Yeah,
miniature.
girl, you and me both.
They had a
Oh, the
miniature
statue.
model of
I mean, the
ship.
statue. Well, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
They had a miniature model of the ship on display, but then they also had, of course, with every Disney cruise ship now, they have a model of the statue that you can purchase in the gift shop.
Yeah, you
and
know,
that was like the
you
first
know,
thing
'cause
I
she
know. I was like,
knows, yeah.
you better get me that statue.
I texted you about that, and then you immediately came back
The
with another
crossbody.
thing where I was like, I want that too,
Oh,
and
I do
I was
too.
like, she
Man,
knows
so
exactly
good.
what I like, because I was like, if it's there, you know to get it for me. Yeah. But we'll get to some of that merchandise peaks later.
Yeah, we
but I
will.
know what was exciting, and I think these are really cool, is they released some of that artwork that you'll see in the staterooms, right?
Yes, I am trying to pull it up here. I'm sorry. I think it's a little out of order from what we were doing. That's okay. Yes. So
I think when I made the photos,
That's
I
okay.
reordered it. So,
So
I'm going by the photos. Sorry.
you're good. Like its sister ships, The Wish and the Treasure, the Disney Destiny will have fan favorite focal point art featured in the staterooms. And I'm sorry, I read that all out of order. But this will be the oversized custom art pieces mounted above the main bed, so acting as the headboard in the staterooms. Inspired by the ship's theme of heroes and villains, these murals will depict the alluring duality and epic journeys of famous Disney and Pixar legends such as Hercules, Mulan, and Merida, the designs for which were revealed today for the first time. And then there was also Fantasia and one other one. Incredibles. Yes. Yeah. I hope we get the Hercules one though. That one's really cool.
Oh, so that's the one you want?
Yeah, or Fantasia would be cool.
The Fantasia one is beautiful.
Yeah.
I have a sweet like a soft spot for Mulan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
one
love-
is really pretty too.
I love
too.
Mulan, and I feel like it's that thing where it's like finally getting a little bit more of its like recognition, because also I feel like for me as a kid, it was like the first one where you're like, oh, it's not really a love story. It's more of this like this girl who was empowered by her like father and the everything. I don't know.
Yeah,
I love
Mulan was
Mulan.
big for me when I was a kid.
Was it? Always made me cry.
3
Yeah.
feet in front of you.
So
I
with
love
that though, with the stateroom art, we had our first look at the stateroom numbers. So as you know, like on the Magic and the Wonder, and I think even the Dream and the Fantasy, those all had the fish or the starfish.
Well, that's why we call them like fish hooks,
extenders.
right?
Fish extenders.
Is that,
Yeah.
fish extenders.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or they're technically hooks because they can hang little notifications or envelopes from the fish. But the Disney Destiny continues the theming of the stateroom art out into the number designs, the stateroom number designs.
I
Excuse
love
me.
these.
They're so cute. So you have Sorcerer and Mickey. You have a little
nice.
lightning bolt coming out of the clouds for Hercules. You have Baymax. There's a medallion that has the 3 bears from Brave.
Okay, that's what it was. I thought that. So okay.
Yeah, and then the Incredibles icon, which
Honestly, okay, so the way these are displayed, if you're watching them, they have
there's
like
no
a little.
Mulan.
Yeah, I know that is weird, right? They have a little. So also, what's crazy is the Destiny has a Lion King dinner show that we're going to talk about in a little bit, but the Treasure had Lion King fish hook.
they all
extender.
interchange.
Yeah.
They're theming their shows. They're
I want them to sell these.
Yeah.
Like literally, if you're watching this, we have a
that's a
picture
good
where it's like a
idea.
little plaque and it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a list underneath to be like demo, whatever. But the logos are on here and then they're like extended. I'm like, I'd buy these for like
That
a
would be
bag
a
hook
very
or
cool
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
cute.
Just a souvenir.
Keep the magic going at home.
Yeah, but these are cute. That Hercules one, isn't that his like medallion in the movie?
I think
or
so.
something?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
They're cute.
It's been a hot minute since I watched it. Maybe I should do that before I go on the Destiny again.
Oh, don't even get me started. Hercules Craig was dying on the Alaska cruise we did and was like, "We're gonna watch Hercules because you've never seen it all the way through."
Wait, is that still true? Did
I
you
have
watch
watched it once and I was like, I don't
Okay.
like it. And
Was
then
this
he
after
made
the
me
glacier
watch it,
margaritas?
and it was funny. I know. I know. I was like, "Give me
It's
one
got Danny
margarita, and I'm
DeVito
watching
and
Hercules.
one
Give me 2
margarita.
margaritas, and I'll let you put in."
Well, you're gonna
A
watch
goofy
the
movie.
You're gonna
Oh my
watch the
gosh,
show
be
though, right?
careful.
We'll touch on that later, but you got to watch the show.
Well, that's well, yeah. I want to talk about the show. Take me. Where do you want to talk next? What do you want to talk about?
I mean, I pulled up Superhero and Minnie
Go right ahead.
because
Tell us about her.
All right, I got to meet her
I love this
yesterday.
pose.
She is looking fabulous. It's given
I hate it.
Miss
Miss
Marvel, a
Marvel,
little bit.
yeah.
yeah.
I like absolutely hate it. Go ahead. Tell me your 2 honest opinions. It's okay.
Okay. Well, you want me to read about it first, or let me give you my opinion?
Read about it and then give me the opinions.
All right. So, when Disney Cruise Line's newest ship, the Disney's Destiny, set sail this November, Captain Minnie Mouse will debut a new superheroine outfit
Trash.
exclusively for this ship. Her new look is inspired by the ship's heroes and villains theme as she boldly leads guests toward their vacation destinies. Get it?
Yeah. Ooh.
I am not a superhero girly, so women empowerment, feminism, I'm all for that. And I love that Minnie has she has different roles for each of the ships. She's Captain Minnie Mouse on the Wish, she's Adventurer Minnie on the Treasure, and now she is superhero and Minnie on the destiny. So that's great for her. I love that she's so versatile. Girl power.
Good for you. Happy for you.
I don't
your
love
promotion.
Yeah, I don't
Love
love
the promotion.
I'm not really loving the vague superhero look though.
The costume's not great.
Okay,
No.
so that's my problem is that it looks
It feels
like somebody who
off-brand.
is 110 years old designed this costume. And it's not an ageist thing, but it is a very, very old school.
Grandma
like,
made it for her
Yeah, if
grandson,
I said to my Grandma, could you draw me a superhero? That's kind of like, and I get it, but
What do you want her all Wonder Woman-y and
no,
bare
somebody
skin?
in the Jennifer
she
in the
have a
chat
little
saying
more
she
of a-
looks like Wonder Woman.
Can she have a little more of a neckline? It's all the way up to her neck.
Yeah, honey, she's like.
Yeah, but you don't want to
Yeah.
see mouse cleavage.
But
I mean,
Minnie Mouse's normal dress.
Can
you
we
see her
rename this
neck.
episode "Mouse Cleavage"? Is it too late?
God.
We'll save the whole podcast that.
This is yeah. Well, I was about to be like, well, I don't want her to have like a. I'm not talking about a deep V, but you're right. Like it's like kind of like choking her up.
Maybe a
little
boat
swoop
neck.
neck.
Yeah.
maybe a boat.
Another thing.
Come on now.
Another little rant. So I
They
like
said,
when
I just want to point out in the chat, they say, I'm a mess. And then someone else in the show said mouse cleavage. The other one's demanding a boat neck.
I'm ranting.
Someone
I-
else said
yeah.
mouse cleavage.
I'd like to see a little
No,
leg.
you
She's
said
got
mouse
great
cleavage.
legs.
I was being polite.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she wears heels. She's got good legs. Give us some leg. Anyways,
Go ahead, Chloe. Sorry.
That's all right.
Take us away to mouse cleavage.
What happened to characters wearing IP costumes?
Wearing what?
oh yeah,
well,
yeah. Put her in a
We
Spider-Man
want
outfit.
that. I want that would be
Yeah.
so cute if she wore a different
Well, didn't-
superhero look every day
Kids
of your
would love
cruise.
that, too.
Like that'd be so
Yeah,
cute.
that would
I
be
would love
cool.
that.
Doesn't Mickey have like a Captain
Yes,
America
yes,
like
he
shirt
does.
and outfit thing?
She has something too for
yeah.
their Marvel days
Yeah.
that they had at Disneyland. I remember
Those
That-
are cute.
yeah.
Yeah, this I feel
Yeah,
like
full commit.
it feels cheap. It feels cheap. It feels
does.
like they went to like a Hobby Lobby, found the discount section where they got the like, oh, lightning bolts and sharp lines. That's how you draw a superhero. I don't know. It's just it pales in comparison to what it looks like. And I'm like, I don't like it as like the icon. Like I think when it was Captain Minnie, her outfit was
flawless.
nice. Like
Beautiful.
beautiful.
She's wearing
Yeah.
pants.
Love
Great.
it. And you know, Minnie's not my favorite character, so for me saying that, it takes a lot.
Yes.
And so like,
What about Daisy though?
throw her off the ship. But yeah, I just think like I don't know. I just there was something about it when I saw it where I was like, is this? I was like, did somebody rip this off? Is this like somebody on Etsy who's done like a really good job of making a design that they could make for a kid's superhero Disney theme party?
You know what it reminds me of is like you're like, hey mom, for Halloween I want to
I'm
be.
gonna be a superhero.
I want to be
And it's a
Spider-Man,
generic
and then
hero
she
costume,
like
yeah.
goes to Five Below, and this is what they.
You're talking to the kid who was too fat to fit in his Power Ranger costume, and I had to wear an Aladdin genie costume with a blue Power Rangers helmet. And my mom was like, "This fat idiot won't know." And I was like, "Mom,
Please,
that's
where's that
rude.
photo?
It might be 1993, but you still can't talk to me like that." Progressive. All right, Chloe, take us away. Let's get out of superhero mini.
All
What
right.
else? What else did you get
Let's
to do?
let's bring up the exciting thing again
Yeah.
because a massive new puppet is coming to the Hercules
Massive.
show. Massive.
And we don't mean puppet in the offensive term like the British say.
So this was my
Don't
favorite
do it.
part of our media experience yesterday. We weren't expecting to see much more than concept art, and they had a panel with the choreographers, the show creator, and the I guess master puppeteer for this show. But they were discussing how they wanted to one up themselves based off the success of the Tale of Moana on the Treasure. We all know how great that show is. And so knowing that Disney wants to one up themselves on probably arguably their greatest Disney Cruise Line production yet is so refreshing to hear. And then they showed this concept art with the seven-headed Hydra. Seven-headed, am I counting right? Yes, I can count. Seven-headed Hydra from Hercules, and then there's some other puppets of the Titans incorporated as well.
Well, you can see what's great is on the left. If you're watching this, you can see Pain and Panic and Hades in there too. So knowing that
Everybody
we got Pain
loves
and
Hades.
Panic, I was like, Pain and Panic is
yeah.
the best part. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I mean, the dry wit of Hades, the puppets, and oh my god. And then they went on a worldwide, essentially London, New York, LA, Atlanta. They went on a worldwide tour to find the perfect cast for Hercules.
perfect cast.
Show us that.
I love Destiny.
For Hercules. And then they brought out, his name is Corey J. Bradford, who will be portraying Hercules in the show. And y'all, when he sang, I
Wait,
got
so that was the
chills.
guy. That was the guy.
the Hercules,
Oh,
or one of the
wow.
Hercules. Yeah,
I'm jealous.
He's
yeah.
really, really great. So I'm very
I
excited
mean,
for this show.
the Moana show on the Treasure. I know you haven't seen it yet, Teresa. Was I'm not even the biggest. I've said it before. I don't have an issue with Moana. It doesn't like resonate with me. So I'm not like, oh, I love Moana. The show though, the show that you watch on the Treasure was like, there's a part in it with like the puppets. It's just like, and this thing happens so quickly in front of you. It was just like, wow, that's cool. I love being in a theater production where like you can always be like, how'd they do that? That's my favorite type of theater thing to do.
Was that kind of like childlike wonder where you're like, you are looking to see how did they do that, and when you can't figure it out, and then that makes me think like all
magic.
the kids that are seeing
Yeah, it's magic. Exactly.
it's
magic.
real.
It's a magic
and
trick
how-
right in front of you. I
How
love
cool
it.
is that?
And I love that perspective too. I do also love that idea of being like, oh, if I was a kid, or
Yeah.
if I was here with my kids, or my kids are here. Listen, cruise without them. It's better. But you're always just like that wonder of being like, I just love something that can ripple through that way, where you're like, the adults are like, wow, but the kids are also like, wow, like
Right.
I
It's
don't
real
know.
to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just something
To a small
really
child,
cool.
it's real. And that's something they're always going to have, always remember.
Okay, quick question: favorite Disney Cruise Line production?
All right, I'm old school.
Oh,
Golden Mickey's.
she loves Golden Mickey.
No,
the Golden
no,
Mickey's.
no,
The Golden Mickey's.
And I
Original
Don't you
Bob
dare say
Iger.
Toy Story.
Okay, my mind is blank.
She likes the How Does the Garden Grow?
Yeah, there you
Believe.
go. That's it.
Believe.
That is it. She likes that one. Yeah.
Yeah, with the father and the.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
sweet
yeah.
one.
I remember seeing it for the first time. My husband was with me on the one cruise. I let him go with me, and
you.
I let him go.
sitting next to him, and I had already seen it before, and I said, "This is gonna make you cry."
Yeah. Especially
Oh, he
'cause
didn't shed a
little
tear.
girls.
He's such a robot, but yeah, that's my favorite.
Did he cry?
No, he's a robot.
Did you cry?
Oh God, I'm
Both
weeping
times?
just
All
thinking
the
about
time?
it.
She's crying right now.
I'm crying right now.
Yeah, she's crying right now. What about you, Chloe?
Yeah, I don't like to say this because it's the most recent one I experienced. Besides,
Aladdin.
I guess the fantasy one. No. I loved Moana. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
it was excellent, and I enjoyed Moana the movie enough, but seeing it in that portrayal and what they pulled off in that theater was beautiful. I also really remember loving the Villains Tonight show back in the day, which doesn't exist
Right.
anymore. But
That was good.
yeah,
Was that all? What was it like? Was it what it sounds like? It's
Villains
just
Tonight.
like
it was a
villain-centric
villain
show.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
used
it
to have
was
a Villains
villains.
Night on Disney cruises.
Oh, for real?
And
That's
the whole
cool.
menu was villains, and then there was the villain show. Yeah,
Oh wow.
I know.
know, it should
It
bring
was
it
really
back.
good. I wish they'd bring it back. Maybe
Bring it back on the
bring it back on the
That would
Destiny.
work.
What the heck?
Well, we got our first dislike from that comment, so there we go. What about you, Hannah? You got a favorite Disney Cruise
It's
Line show?
Moana. And then the problem with Moana is it sets the bar so high that it kind of, like, I have sentimental feelings towards Believe and the Golden Mickeys. Dang, love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help.
That's
but
where
Golden
I.
Mickeys starts me.
Yeah, I'm all sentimental.
But once you see Moana, it ruins every other.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like,
You
whoa.
guarantee that?
I guarantee.
I will hate. It'll ruin
yeah.
everything else for me.
Yep.
Forever.
Yeah.
Moana?
Yeah, for theater shows on Disney Cruise Ship.
Teresa. I think
Yeah.
like I feel very fortunate because I got to go and talk to the show
Humble
director
brag.
and Moana. humble brag, y'all. But I got to see the puppet really up close and stuff, and it was one of those where I was like, this is the element I love. Like I do enjoy a lot of Disney
think
Cruise
all
Line
of it
shows
was good, though.
have brought these like projection mapping sort of technology into them in one way or another. Like we were on the Disney Fantasy, and Aladdin had some of that element to it. But this show, I still love that physical magic trick. And there is that magic trick in Moana that is like really cool. And you know what's crazy is like I all I can remember from Beauty and the Beast on the Wish is like, my God, the show is so long and I hate it.
Oh no, I liked it
no,
too.
I
Yeah,
like-
but my friend CJ, who was there, not the Wish.
I still
Was that
love
the
Beauty
Wish?
and the Beast. I
No,
don't
it couldn't have been.
remember.
Which show?
I thought my friend CJ was with
Beauty
me.
and the Beast. I
And
think
he
it was
wasn't
on
on
The
the Wish. But
Oh.
I remember seeing the show and he was watching it, and I was just like, he really liked it, and I was just like,
I
I
love
like Beauty and the
Frozen a
Beast.
lot. Frozen's really
I
good
like
too.
Frozen, too.
The Olaf puppet.
Well,
Yeah.
there's something for everybody.
yeah,
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
I
That's
do
right,
like that, and I
Teresa. It
love
is.
that we're getting those movies that otherwise I would feel like I would argue that Hercules is a cult classic.
It is.
That's finally getting its love.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and so
Great songs.
Hercules was a Disney Cruise Line show before, and then it was
Oh, it's
retired. So they
right,
brought
like
it back.
Really?
way
I feel like-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was way back.
It was one of the
seeing it.
first cruise line shows ever.
Remember
for
that from the promo videos? Do you remember that? And Jodie Benson used to do
Yeah.
the commercial before on the VHS tapes for Disney Cruise Line.
well, we still have
my
we still have a
gosh.
bunch more, which is insane to talk about. Chloe, take us away. What are we doing next?
Next, we're discussing some food and beverage. Let's hit the Pride Lands first.
Yes.
So we have our
No,
first
Pride
look-
Night. Oh, Pride Land. Okay, sorry.
Pride, no Pride Lands.
I read the room wrong on
Oh,
this.
honey. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'll put my tassels away.
First look at the Disney Destiny Pride Lands Feast of the Lion King food and beverage. So let's see. Pride Lands Feast of the Lion King, one of the rotational restaurants on board the Disney Destiny. So this is your frozen dining experience or your Plaza de Coco on the Wish and the Treasure. We have the Lion King on the Destiny.
I'm sorry. Lion King is one of my favorite Disney movies. though, so I'm
Yeah.
really excited for
Me
this.
too. So this will bring the film's iconic songs and unforgettable moments to life in a first-of-its-kind dining experience that celebrates the timeless music of the Lion King. So they shared some first looks at food and beverage, as you can see on your screen there if you're watching. You want me to go through these names?
I want you to tell me, how about this? So if you are watching, we got a bunch of the preview of the dishes. If you want to learn more about that, you can head over to dclfan.com. You did get to sample any of this or
I sampled
no?
a few of the things
Did
last
you
night.
sample
yeah.
the drinks?
I
Because I
did.
want to know about that gummy worm drink that looks like it's going to be like a Timon and Pumbaa. Because when I was a little kid, there were popsicles that were Timon and Pumbaa themed, and they were like,
Oh my god!
do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. And they had
had
little
the jellies
gummy
in
bugs.
them. Yes, and
Those are
I
good.
loved those things.
So you want them to know if it
I want to
tastes
know.
like
Did you
that?
try that drink?
It was Sprite with lime Jello. It was interesting.
Well,
for
well,
what it
That
Maybe
is.
does
not.
it for this episode of the Disney
Yeah.
Unlimited. Thanks, everybody.
That's like what they serve you in a hospital, right?
Yeah,
Like,
seriously. Yes, the hospital beverage. Really like, dun, dun. No, that's Here Comes the Bride. Sorry, I don't know the funeral march, but it's the last
man.
drink, and you're like,
Okay.
Sprite and Jello, great.
I did try Can You Feel the Rum tonight.
And did you?
I did feel the rum last night.
I was the rum monk.
okay. Now
No.
for Rhino,
This
she
was-
means rum, the drink, not the
Oh,
rum.
I was like,
Yeah.
I
This
know
had a
man
little
named
too
Rum.
much going on for me. I didn't really love the taste. It has Amarula cream liqueur.
Ooh.
My mom loves that.
It has Star 7-year oak aged rum, mango smoothie mix, a pinch of
Ooh.
cinnamon, shaken
Oh,
with ice
God.
and garnished with mint.
Wait,
so
Chloe, is that the one in the upper left if you're watching
Yes.
this? Okay, so
Yeah.
it looks good. It looks like a tropical little
but
drink. but-
Amarula is like, in my brain, is very similar to like
It's a
Kahlua.
liqueur.
Because
like
it's like a
after dinner.
creamy, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got a mango mix
and a
something?
mango mix
Yeah.
Oof.
and cinnamon and
You
Shouldn't
lost
a
me
tiki
there.
drink.
it was a little too much for me.
Okay.
I'll take
But
the
the
lime
food,
Jello.
the
Give me
food I'm
the
really
Jello.
excited for. I feel like
I mean,
this.
I like Jello. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like this dining room has potential, just as much as we love
Oh,
Plaza de
yeah.
Coco. This
Yes.
kind of reminded me of like Sanaa or Boma dishes.
Heck
They're
yes.
they're inspired, but they're not deviating too far from what your typical vacationer would like. I had a really good. I'm trying to find it on this list, but there's a really good chicken dish with some coconut rice, and it had
Great.
this spiced sauce on top that was really tasty. The chocolate malva cake dessert.
Yeah, I can
On the
see it. It's
bottom
in the
right.
bottom right if you're
Ooh.
watching.
Winner, rich, chocolatey. Can't ask for more from your Disney Cruise Line dessert. So I'm really excited for this. They, in terms of entertainment, during our invited media preview yesterday, they brought out 2 singers that they sounded lovely, and they brought them out on the stage and they performed 2 Lion King songs, like kind of like a medley, but they weren't really clear about like what kind of show this restaurant is going to have. So I'm looking forward to seeing more. I know the concept art shows people more in like kind of like the Broadway production style
That's what I'm
costumes,
hoping for.
but I'm
Oh,
also
yeah.
hoping for like
Or do you
an
think it's gonna be
animatronic or a
Animal
puppet.
Kingdom?
I'm hoping for puppets like Broadway.
Right. Well, like at
Oh, you're
Frozen,
like the Broadway style puppet.
Yeah, like
because
Lion King on
walking
Broadway.
around.
well,
puppets,
because
yeah.
Animal Kingdom Animal Kingdom, Jesus, the show at Animal
Festival of the
Kingdom
Lion King.
has Festival of the Lion King has puppets, but
Yeah.
they're not like the Broadway puppets.
They're the big
I
ones
want
on
some
parade
Broadway
floats.
puppets.
Yeah.
I think.
While you're
because
eating?
head
Is that what you're
pieces.
saying? Like,
Well, they have
the
like
restaurants?
Yeah,
Chloe
'cause
already
it's a
said it
dinner
was
show.
similar to the Frozen show, and they have like an Olaf
They have the
puppet.
Olaf
and-
animatronic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true.
Or puppet. Is he a puppet?
I think he's a. I thought he was.
I think
a
he's a
puppet.
puppet. Yeah. And the
I
little
thought
table
he
that
was
rolls around.
animatronic.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
His arm
you're right.
falls off like half the.
Yeah, they wheel him around.
They wheel him around. It's like it's gonna be like us lately. It's fine. It's fine.
It's gonna be me. You know
We'll wheel
that.
you around. It's all right.
I can be Olaf.
Who's gonna
Wheel me around.
All right. We go to the next one.
That's why you had a son.
Any more thoughts on
Um,
Lion
Oh, good
King?
point.
No, yes, I do. I do have a little thought on this because what's interesting is I know Chloe also brought up the Coco show, Plaza de Coco, which we I feel like were people who
Dang
very
love.
much enjoyed it, even though like I think feedback in the rest of the people that were on our ship were like no, and I was like,
Are you serious?
oh yeah.
Give me their names after the show.
Yeah, for real. I was like, but that was not our experience when
No.
we went.
Yeah.
But you said the sailings on this are 4 to 5 nights.
Yes. So you
Yeah.
can dine. They did confirm that there will be 2 different menus for
Okay.
those who do have the rotation twice in this restaurant.
Okay, that was my question. That's
Yeah.
why I was like, I just wanted to know because when we did do the Plaza de Coco preview, we were
Yeah.
experiencing like first
The
night
second
menu,
night.
second night entertainment,
Something like that.
something like that. It was
Yeah.
like intermixed or something.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
what's next?
Next, we have food and drink in the Sanctum on the Disney Destiny cruise
Wait.
ship.
Look at the sipper you can get too.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
I forgot I had that picture.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they have that, and then they had a Timon one, too.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Mufasa.
That's an interesting little sipper cup
The
there.
Timon sipper though is at Animal Kingdom. So
Is
it's
it
not
the same one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it is. So it's not
Okay.
unique to that. But the
Okay,
hyena
well, they'll
is.
have it on board. Yeah. Duty
Is that
free,
Ed?
hey.
Ed?
Yeah, that's
I think
definitely
it's
it.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
But I am excited for the one you're about to talk about very much. Yeah.
So the Sanctum, this is the open air central lounge on the Disney Destiny. This is going to be there's the Bayou on the Disney Wish, and then there's Skipper Society, the Jungle Cruise Lounge on the Disney Treasure. So this will be themed to, for the very first time, Doctor Strange.
Yes, which is also like such a random Marvel pick to be like that'll be the one about the drinks and the food, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean I appreciate that. I don't know, Chloe. Does this ship is going to have a Haunted Mansion bar on it too or no?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. I'll talk about this a little bit here. I'm going to show everybody these different things right here. Boom.
Got it.
The drinks,
Okay.
the food. There's a waffle coming to us that has it's like a waffle custard sandwich.
Yes, so it's
there's a
waffle
fruit
filled with
one.
custard
my.
and then a
God,
waffle
yeah.
filled with berry compote. I was not able to try these
Oh,
at our
my.
invited media
Oh, well, then what was
experience
the point?
yesterday.
I might need
but
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to try, it's the purple drink. What's that one called? Let me scroll
Oh
down
yeah.
here.
So if you're watching this, there's a if you're listening to this, sorry, there's a drink in like a rock kind of cool looking glass that has
that
the
Vapor bubbles.
yeah, the vapor bubbles that
I
are
love
very
those.
popular.
Vapors of Voltor. It's Grey Goose vodka, ginger beer, fresh lime juice, and butterfly pea flower syrup topped with
flour syrup.
berry
The pea flower
flavored
syrup's good.
bubbles.
Yeah.
Mine sadly did not have any bubbles on top. They were going around with like just the purple beverage, but it was pretty good. It was refreshing. I liked it a lot. And then they had the other one next to it, just posed next to it, the one that we have pictured, the Circle of the Cosmos on the top
Which is
left.
the upside down martini glass
Yeah,
that
and it
has
looks
like
like a
the
Bunsen.
swirl. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
like it's a really cool looking glass.
It is. And then the mug that we have on the screen, this will be a souvenir glass beer stein on the Disney Destiny during the inaugural season. So it's kind of like a limited edition
Girl, I gotta get my
glass.
hands on that.
I know.
Gotta get my hands on that. But listen, I'm so sad you didn't get to try these waffles because I'm sorry, a custard filled waffle.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
That's
Those look incredible.
One of my favorite things on the Treasure is I love the Skipper Society area, but they had an old fashioned that you could get that came with like a liege waffle, and so they give it to you, and you like. So what I would do is
And
you like cut
bacon.
it, take the bite.
Did it have custard? Mm.
And then you like sip the drink, and so now like this with one of those cocktails. Heck yes,
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Can't go
Man,
wrong
what's
with
with
custard.
the Disney Wish class and waffle makers? They're doing great.
I don't know. They like.
Yeah, we like it.
I don't know. I feel like there's a pun in here. I can't quite wrap my mind around, but I'll get there.
Yeah.
Waffle, you glad I didn't?
What? I'm so sorry, Rhino. What do you have next on your list? Do you have the cupcakes or the merchandise?
I have cupcakes, and then
Okay.
and then we'll close out with some merch.
All right. Yeah. So we talked about it earlier, but the Edna a la mode sweet shop on
The
Disney
Teresa
Destiny
Alamos.
will
Isn't she
have
beautiful.
superhero themed treats on board. These are available for purchase. These aren't included in your sailing, just so you know. So these are a little kind of premium
Tell me
desserts you
about
can pick
Edna.
up.
The zhuzh.
Yeah.
Edna Alamos.
All right, so we have character-inspired cupcakes. There's a purple velvet sponge cake with white chocolate mousse. I did try this one yesterday. It is pretty good. Double chocolate fudge cake with chocolate truffle mousse.
Oh, yeah, there
Vanilla
we go.
marble sponge cake with white chocolate mousse, and orange almond cake with raspberry mousse. They did not have that one available to try yesterday. I wish I had that one because I love me some almond. Sorry, Hannah.
That's
There,
okay.
the Edna. On the bottom right, I did have a bite of that one. That thing is like solid chocolate, but then inside
wow.
there's 2 or 3 Oreos
Oh.
with
Oh.
dulce de leche as well.
Wow, sweet.
It is
Oh.
tasty.
rich.
It is a big hunk of chocolate.
How big is it?
It's like
Like a
Like
little
a puck?
yeah,
A puck?
it literally is a puck. I picked it up to
Um,
bite it, and it was like I have a lot of chocolate. in
So
my mouth.
no nom nom cookies.
There might
Yeah, that
be.
seems wild.
Yeah.
This is all they
I would
showed.
like-
I feel like there's going to be because if you think about how many sweets there are at Jumbo's, and then the inside out one on the Wish.
Yeah, there's a
or
lot.
Wish, yeah.
Wait, is Jumbo's is
The
the
treasure.
treasure? Yes, okay. Because they had carrot cake ice cream on there, and it was good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that wasn't previewed in any of the foodie guides beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, that was like a
Yeah.
surprise. So I bet there's probably going to be.
Or sorry, it was carrot cake
Something.
gelato, not ice cream. But yeah,
Yeah. If we want to go back to the image, I've
Sure.
got a few more to go through. So you have the chocolate bark that's on the top left, Edna, which is white chocolate, dark chocolate, and chopped cookies and cream cookies, and Jack Jack, which is dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and mini chocolate chip cookies. But I don't know what the red things are on his. If you can kind of see that, there's like red flakes, but I don't know.
Like
Maybe
Maybe,
sprinkles?
maybe a little
And-
chili, a little hot.
Yeah.
That's always good with chocolate.
Then the bottom left one is a shortbread cookie sandwich with vanilla frosting, dulce de leche filling, and chocolate decor of Edna's face.
eat that
Okay,
face.
Like
I have
shortbread.
another rant. We're going back to Captain or Superhero and Minnie Mouse. You know, we're all about Edna mode and superheroes and villains and stuff on the ship. Why the heck does Minnie Mouse have a cape?
No capes.
No,
No capes.
capes.
You're gonna have an
Because
Edna
you don't know
mode
she's a
sweet
superhero
shop.
without a cape. It's an old person's design.
Maybe her cape will get sucked into
strong
the
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
bottom of the boat.
The funnel.
Chuck
Yeah.
the funnel.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. But that's all I have for the sweet shop. I can't wait to see what else comes. I mean, they definitely should have a num num cookie or like a num num cookie sundae. That'd
Oh
be
Num
my
cookie.
gosh.
Cookie.
excellent. All right.
Num cookie.
Exactly.
It's my favorite part of the coaster in
Mine
California
too.
Adventure. You guys know it. I'm always just like, it's that you make it into the tunnel and it's going over and it smells of cookies, but then it tips over and all you hear is Craig T. Nelson going, cookie.
Yes.
Num
yes.
num cookie.
Exactly. So next we have a sneak peek at the new Disney Destiny merchandise.
Listen, there's already I felt like on the treasure, it was like, I don't really need anything. I got the
We
statue.
wanted those mugs and
But
stuff.
this is like, there's stuff in here where I'm like, yeah, girl,
Yeah.
give it to me.
Yes, we'll get into it. So there are 4 new collections. We'll dive into the first one, which is the Disney Destiny
Oh,
inaugural
is
collection.
that the one I have up?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so. This is a commemorative keepsake from the Disney Destiny inaugural collection. Will be a must-have for guests sailing during the ship's debut season, which is typically the first year. For those
Why
that
is
don't
it a
know,
must-have?
because
the first.
It's a souvenir.
Everybody
Yeah,
wants
but
it
I've got
first.
my
Demands.
maiden voyage stuff and my first stuff from the Dream of the Fantasy, and it's boxed away somewhere.
Oh,
Do you go back to that stuff?
yeah. I wear my. I don't love the Wish, but I wear my Wish inaugural season shirt a lot.
I don't,
For some reason.
You know what's really
It's cozy.
sad? Sorry.
I mean, some of it does end up.
Here's
in
my
the
chunky
outlet.
person
Yeah.
story, but I don't fit in the extra large Haunted Mansion T-shirt I bought on the ship, so I haven't worn it.
Oh,
So you wear a large, you can have it.
okay.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Okay,
So
bye.
we have this collection is crafted in the deep blue, rich purple, and gleaming gold hues
Oh,
of the
purple,
Grand
here we
Hall.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
This expansive assortment will feature eye-catching wearables, beautiful homewares, and elegant pieces from favorite brands like Loungefly and Pandora. Ooh.
Shocking.
So we've got
Shocking.
we've got a windbreaker.
Oh wait, so I got. Sorry, I
Jersey.
mixed them all up.
Oh no, you're fine.
'Cause
This
there-
is the
this
first
one-
image here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
then,
you-
but then I have the.
that's the
sorry.
next collection.
I have.
Lord.
I have the Pandora was in the next collection too.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, there's a windbreaker spirit jersey. There's
I
another
do like
spirit
the
jersey that I
windbreaker.
like a little bit better.
Yes.
But there's a tumbler. They have superhero Mickey and Minnie on a crew
The
neck
shirts
sweatshirt.
are cute. The sweatshirts are cute.
Yeah.
I like the
Cute.
design. I like
Yeah.
the stylized caricature of them.
Yeah.
That's on there. It's like an in between like a classic Mickey, but also the modern cartoon sort of a thing.
I think
Simplistic.
actually that Mickey Minnie is for part of another collection, but that's okay. So just
I think it
focus
is
on the
too
blue and
because
gold.
it was the featured image.
No
so I don't think it
worries.
was supposed to be in this. Sorry.
You're good. You're good. All right. So the next one is the Disney Destiny logo collection.
Here we
Is
go.
that this
Here we
one?
go. Mhm.
Yes, and this is what I
There's
wanna
the
go
one
to
I-
Mickey
she was
Minnie's
like,
sale
Wakanda
for
Oh,
the-
you want this one? And I'm like, yes, I do.
I do too.
So this will boast
I'm
trendy
getting
adult
that
apparel.
fanny pack, no question.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
Trendy adult apparel and accessories featuring both Disney Cruise Line logo and custom line drawing of the bow of the ship. The bold, stylish designs will be modern and simplistic with sleek tone-on-tone patterns and a striking palette of onyx and gold. Perfect for standout pieces that command attention. Stand out.
Stand out.
No, that crossbody fanny pack with
Give me
like
that.
I told Ryan I was like Wakanda-ish
Yeah.
strap.
No,
What
I
design
love
on the
it.
strap?
Yeah,
It's sort of
so
the if you
good.
know, you know.
Yeah.
But I also love that like the Disney Destiny part of it is
It's
like
black
black
on
on
black.
black.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's subtle but also bold at the same time. It's one of those where I was like, yes, I would have bought that day one and used that the entire length of my cruise and beyond.
God bless Disney for doing tone on tone. Finally, like I don't know. I feel like a lot of Disney stuff.
Well,
I
this
mean, I love
man's
Disney
gray
merch.
sweatshirt is it's Chloe said it was the Disney logo. It's the Disney Destiny logo, but it's gray on gray.
Subtle.
Yeah.
I like that. It doesn't because Disney's so bad about being like adding a logo and then being like marvel it, like adding. We don't need a catchphrase. We don't need all these words on there. Just give me the stuff.
Yeah. Next is the Super Character Collection.
So I think
Inspired-
that's where the sweatshirts are from.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yep,
crew necks.
definitely.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
it matches up.
And
No,
then
you're
this
good.
guy's hat. So I didn't realize it was spilling over.
I like
That's
the
okay.
hat.
We're
The guy's
covering it
hat
all.
was part of the collection she was just talking about, and then the rest of these photos are from the collection she's going to
This one I like.
It's cute. The Mickey and Minnie plushes are
cute.
cute. Let Chloe describe it. Tell us.
Jeez.
Inspired by the ship's heroes and villains theme, of course, and the emblem of Hero Minnie on the bow, filigree, the Super Character Collection will offer one-of-a-kind souvenirs for the whole family. The fun and playful artwork imagines Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluto as a daring crew of hydro heroes, each with their own unique superheroes. Featuring vibrant, colorful graphic designs reminiscent of comic book drawings, and the collection will include everything from apparel, accessories, to plush, pins, and drinkware.
Okay, except for the wait a minute. Look at the Minnie plush. Look at her outfit.
Yeah.
The Minnie plush has a way better superhero outfit
Yeah, it does.
than her actual costume. See the two? And I'm like, so if you're listening,
Yeah,
it's
her
like her outfit
shoes.
is like blue. She's got a little skirt, but it's got like a Minnie, like an M on her chest, and then
Well, she's got like a bust line. It's more feminine looking.
Yes, it looks very much less like I don't know.
Still has a cape.
I think
though.
her costume
that
went through
cape.
some design changes for sure, because we were talking about the mini ears earlier of like
Ooh,
right there
there
on
we
the top
go.
left. The design on the ears are nowhere on Minnie's costume.
No,
I
but
really thought that was Tron when I first saw
I
it.
thought it was
like,
Doctor
what
Strange
is
maybe
this?
because I was like maybe it's the water and it's supposed to be his thing, but yeah, it makes no
Yeah,
sense to
maybe.
me.
Yeah, the bow is still accurate, and the gem is featured in her bedazzled belt buckle.
ah.
But
Oh, here
oh, we're going to the next. We're going to the next
I'm
good
excited
one.
about
Okay,
this
okay.
one.
let me
But
skip
okay,
ahead.
wait. I do want to make one comment about some merch. Let me pull the picture back up really quick. Sorry. I actually, because of the way the Minnie, the coloring and the design of her, I actually like this Loungefly that's pictured here too, which is like Minnie's face with her design on it with the bow. And I'm not a Minnie Mouse fan, but I actually find the aesthetic of the lining of that bag.
Yeah.
I like that.
You know what's
I like it.
interesting though? I was looking at that bag yesterday at the merchandise table at the preview. Nowhere is the Disney Destiny logo on that backpack. It just says Disney Cruise Line Loungefly, so I guess they could maybe sell it on the other
sell
ships.
it across the other ships.
But I wish
maybe,
it
yeah.
had
Interesting.
Destiny on it because that's her.
Yeah.
That's her ship.
Right.
Anyways,
Sorry, go on.
no, that's okay. One last collection is the one we're looking forward
No,
to. Drum
we
roll.
want this one.
The Disney
Spider-Man.
Destiny ship collection, honoring the
Holy
ships.
ship!
Holy ship!
Look at this one.
I love
Honoring
this
the
so
ship's
much.
unique personality and distinctive character features, the Disney Destiny ship collection will offer signature Disney vacation souvenirs with a themed spirit jersey, ear headband, ornament, beach towel, pin, and more. Most inspired by the statue of Spider-Man that will adorn the stern, this line will be essential for Disney Cruise Line enthusiasts who are gathering their own collection of ship shape specific keepsakes from across the fleet. So, yes, a lot of it has the stern art, which
Spider-Man
I
and the
love
Spider-Bot.
this. I love the treasure collection too with the Peter Pan and Hook. But this is so unique to me because like we grew up with, Marvel heroes being owned by Universal. So I'm like, can I wear a Disney Cruise Line Spirit jersey to the Universal parks now if it has Spider-Man on it?
I'm gonna vote yes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
right?
Do it if you bad, girl.
I don't know.
Towing the line of both.
That sounds like an article or a poll need to be taken.
Yeah, right.
But I do love the Disney Destiny. Like I love how his like the webbing shoots out of the blue into the white, like sort of
It
the
looks
thing.
cool.
And
That's
I
very
don't know.
cool.
I love Spider-Man too.
Sure.
Spider-Man is that sort of generational thing. Like growing up, my mom grew up with Spider-Man. Like I grew up with Spider-Man. Now, like watching some of my best friends' kids grow up with Spider-Man. I just love that
and
sort of a
Dang
thing.
loves Spider-Man. I'm having to redo his room in Spider-Man right now. So it's all Spidey.
Listen,
Oh,
you need
it's
an
the
artist to draw on the
dinosaurs.
wall. I'll do it.
He's
Oh,
out of
damn.
dinosaurs now?
Dinosaurs are like, so here's what happened. We went on a Disney cruise and you can get character I'm going to make it quick.
I was like, you got to hurry
I know
up.
we
gotta
gotta
go
eat
the
lunch.
bathroom.
So
Oh, jeez.
he got character sheets on this last Disney cruise, which you can request. He got Avengers, and now it's a whole thing. So we have Spider-Man room at home.
Chloe, do you have anything
Aw.
else about the Disney Destiny?
Just that I'm excited to sail on the Disney Destiny. in
Your
November.
coverage of this yesterday, and Jackie Gelly, again, props to her for writing those articles. Props to you for getting all of the social media stuff out, and our coworker Jimmy, who helped with that as well, really did get me excited for a ship that otherwise I was kind of like, this feels like a mess. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I don't get it. But now sort of seeing these details and what you guys have experienced, it's becoming a little more cohesive.
And I
But
think
after the treasure, too.
Yes, our
That's
experience
the
on the
thing.
treasure. Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I want to see what the carpets look like. You think they're going to be
Yes.
Spider-Man carpets?
Oh man.
Because
that
there's
Each of the levels would
Aladdin
be
carpets
different.
on the treasure.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh man.
I'm so excited. Yeah. Do you feel more excited for it now than you did before?
I'm fully hyped. Especially the Hercules is a big thing for me, and my boyfriend loves Marvel, so I'm like, we're going.
Yeah.
We're going.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't
I'm
wait.
very excited. This set sail again. When is it? November 22nd?
November 20th is the maiden voyage.
20th. Okay. You can
far
book that
away.
with Dreams Unlimited Travel. We have 2 wonderful travel agents in here that book Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah,
True.
we'll book it for
Their
you.
names are Elaine Edwards and Susan Kelly. Just kidding.
And
Wow.
Tackles.
Teresa,
Wow.
if somebody did want to book a cruise with you, how would they do that? Call me.
Teckles, T. Eccles at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com.
And what about you, Hannah?
Just call Tickles.
Yeah.
No, Hannah at Dreams
She's
Unlimited
overloaded.
Travel.
She's too
Hannah.
busy.
Everybody gets their
Leave
first name but me.
Hannah.
Girl, mine is Rhino.Clavin. How many rhinos do we think we're going to work at the Diz?
So formal.
I will never get over that. I don't have an email
Clavin,
that's just
comma,
Rhino. Yeah, and
Rhino.
I was just like, so now I have to be like, not only do I have to explain how to spell Rhino, because everyone always leaves me comments that are RHINO, and I'm like, it's RYNO, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
I know.
Oh,
no,
please.
What's your
Teresa.
government name?
Clarissa. Come on.
Theresa.
Chloe.
I don't understand that.
Oh, Susan Kelly's in the chat.
Oh, Lord.
Kelly, we were just talking about how much we love you earlier. That's so funny.
We
that
are
you're in the
actually
chat
talking.
right
We
now.
were talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
you.
it
Susan.
was-
I'm not
it
even
was
kidding.
I'll call you
We-
later.
Yeah, jeez, we'll give you all
Yeah.
the dirt later.
Yeah. Look
Um,
with Susan. She's great.
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Chloe, for handling all of that and bringing that all information for
course.
us. And thank you for everybody for being here, for listening and watching, for having this conversation with me. If you are still out there watching this, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Let us know some questions you might have about Disney Cruise Line or any sort of Walt Disney World, Disneyland, any of that sort of stuff. We would love to cater some content around that. If you are listening to this, rate and review our podcast wherever you do that. I do see a comment coming in the comment section that says, am I a Marvel villain? Girl, I am wearing this Black Panther shirt. You see my Black Panther stuff. You see my Iron Man. You see my Captain America stuff. You think I am a Marvel villain?
You can maybe
Yummy,
be a villain.
yummy.
You local.
Rude. Yummy. Thank you, everybody out there. We'll be back with another episode of The Diz Unlimited. Bye, everyone.
Bye.